you guys. Welcome back. And get ready to hear some great discussion topics. All right. And I hope all is well. Let's get started.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Hey, Nicole, how you doing? My name is Anthony Taylor.
Hey.
This is the Nicole Aladrian Show, and we back at it one more again.
We are back, you guys. Shout out and Taylor. How you doing, buddy? Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Ooh, that
Hold
don't
on,
sound good. So we're here diagnosing.
Somebody's diagnosing the car. I don't know why they got to diagnose it on your show.
Long as it's not my vehicle,
That's
I'm
what
fine.
I'm saying.
Okay?
Don't be diagnosing my shit. Hey, man.
Right, long as it ain't mine. Okay.
Is this your 73 Ford Pinto with wood on the sides? Yes, it is. I'm diagnosing it. Anyway, man, Pintos they wasn't allowed until the 90s, and you still got one. Yeah, dude, look at that. Look at that wood grain on the side, man.
Yeah, I used to be the shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be the shit, okay?
Yes.
So we ain't gonna talk mess because the old school cars was the stuff when it was the stuff.
Exactly.
And we still have some classic cars out here that's still gorgeous and beautiful and those on the road. Like the car shows and all the OG style cars. Love. My favorite car is Cadillac. OG Cadillac, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the new model Cadillacs too. A Cadillac is just a really polished, clean brand to me. You know what I mean? Like all of their cars are just like nice. Like it looks like money. You know what I'm saying?
Expensive.
Expensive, yeah.
If you got expensive taste, don't even bother to waste. Get you a Cadillac.
Yeah. The first car I ever learned how to drive was a Cadillac. And then some big, those some big cars. They're hella big, like boats. And I used to drive Cadillacs. I won't Cadillacs, not Cadillacs with an S, y'all. But yeah, that was the first car I ever drove. And I was like hitting the corner like, whop.
She was like Pinky.
It was my sister, boyfriend at the time. And he was like, girl, like, okay.
Like, you've been in them corners way too hard.
Right. I just knew I was it, honey. Okay. But yeah, that's my first love. I love Cadillacs. And my favorite car now is Mercedes-Benz. So I love Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, Mercedes got it going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you know how it goes. It's like 1 second here. So yeah, I noticed that you like larger cars. So maybe it all stems from that first Cadillac experience.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I like different cars. I wouldn't even say I like large cars because it's harder to park them. I think nowadays I prefer more like I have an SUV, like a Jeep now, right? Like I like cars that I can park a little easier. So smaller, I don't know, I like the Fiat too, and that's super small. I like the Mini Cooper. I guess it's more for aesthetics too. Like if I like the way the car looks, then I just like the way it looks. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, but I prefer something that I can park without having to struggle as much, especially in San Francisco, because it's like so many cars and people. It's hard to just park in general. So I think smaller is better.
Especially when you've been in them corners.
Smaller is better.
You come around the corner in the lack, you be like, how they gonna say? You be like this. Check this out.
Go ahead, baby. You hit them corners too goddamn fast. You need to slow this motherfucker down. You understand? I almost spilled my yak on this $200 suit, nigga. Come on, baby, get it together.
I almost spilled my yak on this $200 suit.
Right, that's real pimping right there.
Music and all, you know what I mean? Just come around the corner. And if you remember that movie Friday, when dude was getting that smack talk to him, and he just took it because he like, man, as long as my check is right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Sometimes you just gotta bite your tongue. Sometimes it's better to bite your tongue because you can find out a whole lot about people,
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just be quiet. You know what I mean? Sit there. I mean,
observe, be quiet, observe. Silence is golden.
As long as people keeping it respectful, you know what I mean? They start their insult stuff, then all of a sudden it's a little bit different. Things change, you know what I mean? Things ain't the chain for gangsters, So, but yeah, I've been thinking about a lot of things over the last couple of days, and what happens to a booger after you pluck it.
It
Where does
goes
that booger go?
It gets stuck to a different surface, like the floor or a desk or whatever, wherever you pluck in it at. I don't know. Like if you're plucking boogers somewhere, something wrong with you. Go get some tissue. Go in the bathroom and have respect about yourself. Okay, I don't go around plucking boogers. So maybe when we were little, we did that type of stuff, right?
Oh my God.
But if you a grown adult doing stuff like that, something's terrible. Even a teenager, you just terrible. It's like, who raised you? Okay,
nobody doing that no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
I get it.
But I would think like if it would go to a different surface,
Nah, yeah, definitely.
Crazy.
I was like just refreshing, some of the lines I used to use back in the day, pickup lines. I was thinking about that earlier, and I was like, man, that shit it never worked for me. So I wish I would have heard this song first before I started. Check this out. Listen. This right here was like what I should have read from this book.
Cause he's a pimp, baby. He's a pimp.
Yeah.
He's a pimp, baby. He's a pimp.
You don't know this one,
Pimp, baby.
do you?
He's a pimp. He's a pimp.
Watch this. It's coming.
Yeah, he's a pimp.
Where's it at? Come on now.
I do this, hit the track and I don't get back until the higgity, till after the after hour. Baby, speak on that. Ain't no falsifying with
Little
me.
Drew Down, baby.
Baby, gangsta pickle with
Oh,
me. I
Drew
count from the end out. Can't help
That's-
but acknowledge a motherfucker when I slide by. Got them haters, I'm taking they hoes.
That's a song I'm a pimp, but I'm looking for Pimp of the Year. You know what I mean?
Pimp of the Year. I heard that one. I know that one.
Yeah, but
I never heard this one. Oh, Drew Down goes. Drew Down was he was the one.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he had that voice. He had that certain style about him that just made him so unique,
Definitely.
Like how his delivery and like his tone, his tonation and just his voice, it really stood out, right? Yeah, so he was the shit back in the day. Yeah.
Hey. Let me hit the line. Give it up, give it to me.
It's a song, so I'm gonna get sick with it. Hey, that's a classic. Oh my God,
Man.
that just made me happy. Like that just made me happy. I need a little lift in my spirits, y'all, but that just made me happy.
Yeah, man.
It's just that intro, like you can't help but just like it's that first intro. It just boom, like you can't help but just be like, okay, let me finish listening to the song.
Man,
it like grabs you.
It's very celebratory.
It grabs you. Yes.
Man, I don't know how
worthy
much
to be praised.
we can get away with playing that, but you know what? That was that's my shiznit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the shit. That is the song. You ain't lying. That is a classic right there.
We're gonna risk it all one more time, ladies and gentlemen. You're live on the air with the Nicole Aladrian Show. I'm Ann Taylor. She's Nicole Aladrian. And this is Drew Down. Pimp of the Year. Nicole, you want to get this?
Of the year, y'all. Give it to me.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in. You are tuned in to the party. The Nicole Aladrian party.
Yes,
where we get down.
Y'all.
If
we
you probably
ain't here, you need to be here. Okay?
That's it. We probably violating a couple of licensing rules, but
I guess we'll figure it out if it ever comes about.
We'll figure it out.
To,
That's it.
To a head, we'll have to pop it open.
all I'm gonna tell them is
I got all the
You
ladies.
got all of this. You got all of this. Yeah. That's the song. Okay, all right,
big up
y'all.
Drew Down. You know what I mean? We know how to turn it up, man.
Yes,
You know
Drew
what I
Down
mean?
is the nigga. He's the nigga.
See, this is the
He's
thing.
the
He is.
GOAT.
And the reason why I brought that up is because sometimes happiness gets it gets away from us. It eludes us. So we gotta sometimes go back in time and find what made us happy and bring it back to today.
Yeah.
Put it in the forefront. You know what I mean? Let
Right.
these
And what
motherfuckers
makes
know.
us more happier than people that we love in music? Music is so therapeutic.
Keep going. It is
It's
therapeutic.
so therapeutic, right?
We not
It
playing
really
with y'all.
is. It really is. It really is.
So
Hold on,
yeah,
real
we're
quick.
gonna
Hold on.
hold. All right,
I
everybody.
can't talk now. I'm doing my podcast. Okay. Okay. Hello.
She said she can't talk now. She's doing her podcast. She telling
Yeah, I
you she
can't. I'm
can't
trying
talk,
to,
but she gonna come back to the
unless it's work
podcast and
related.
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you,
Absolutely.
man. I know what you're talking about, but you know what? I'll talk to them. Whoever it is, I'll talk to them. You know what I'm saying? I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. I still don't know the meaning of that song, but there it is. You know what I'm saying? What we doing on this show, man, is we flashing back.
We have no idea, y'all. We just
we
doing
don't.
shit.
But one thing we're gonna be
A mess. We are a
we're
hot
gonna
mess.
be a
okay?
mess. We're gonna be Mickey Mouse happy. So I'm over here with no shoes. I'm dancing, cracking my toe knuckles. You know what I mean? Cause I don't play with you, mother.
This is another
Man,
one
this
that's
the shit right here, man.
It
You know
really
what I mean?
is.
So
Because I have unknown if you feel like a roof without.
get it.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
So I remember the first time I heard that song. I was just taking a bite into some Boston Market meatloaf, and hello.
Okay, go ahead.
You
But I'm
there?
gonna put you on mute. But just keep talking.
No
Keep
problem.
talking.
No problem. And it's before I learned that Boston Market meatloaf ain't meat. It's like a oatmeal mixed. Now I really don't know this, but I'm looking. I'm just thinking about how taste goes, and it just didn't taste right. But you know something? I was happy eating that Boston Market. I had a side. I had a side of creamy macaroni and cheese. Yes, I'm gonna take my time and talk about this. I had some of this other stuff. It was like yams. I don't understand if it was yams or what my memory don't recollect. But it was delicious. It made me happy. This episode is about being happy. Find something that make you happy. Do something that make you happy. And don't forget, we here to be happy. Cut this shit off. All right, everybody. All right. So we've been fooling around, having a good time, you know what I mean, and just talking our talk. We try
Talking all talk, baby.
to not go with a format in this episode because we don't want to program y'all. We want y'all to be free thinking and then let us know what you think. Give us a call, give us a text, give us an email, and we here to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you,
Right. If you guys
Nicole.
have any questions, if you need some advice on a specific thing, we're always here to help if we, can't help you. If you want to be featured on the show, you can also reach out. And if you guys want to, it's nikkidoll524@gmail.com. That's NIKKIDOLL 524@gmail.com. All right.
Man. So, Nicole, you want to tell me what's going on with you today?
What is going on with me today?
Right now.
I'm drinking some coffee. I'm on my second. Terrible, y'all. I'm on my second cup, and it's so addictive and good. And I mean, I work late, so I'm a vampire, y'all. I can't drink blood right now, so I have to, substitute for coffee.
Right now.
So,
well, coffee actually has some good benefits. You know what I mean? I like coffee, but I only drink it black. I don't put anything inside of it. It's just regular coffee.
When I tell you guys, I'm obsessed with coffee, because I've been working graveyard shift for about over 13 years. And when I first started working graveyard shift, I was doing security back then. And I would drink I would do the Monster, the big old, the cans of Monster, they're the big cans, kind of like the Arizona cans, them big tall cans. I would drink half through my shift and half through my other, or I would drink Red Bull. But I didn't realize the detriment of those energy drinks. They're very, very bad. Too many of them is not good, right? And my sister had brought to my attention, that it can cause heart problems, and people have had a lot of issues drinking too many of those energy drinks. Excuse me. So I just kind of was like, okay, let me stop drinking, too many of these energy drinks. And then I just started drinking coffee more, which is so weird because I really don't drink coffee during the day because obviously I have to sleep and stuff. But I don't drink coffee like early in the morning. Like every now and then, if I'm out the mall or out with my daughter, like if I'm out doing something, I might, if there's like a Starbucks, I might, get like a caramel frappuccino. That's my favorite. But usually I don't drink coffee during the daytime. I only drink it at night when I'm at work. But it's like my security blanket. Like I have to have it. You know what I mean? And like I kind of wing myself off. I kind of stopped drinking coffee for a while and just trying to do this whole cleansing thing when. And it just helps me to stay up because I can't be falling asleep and, I don't want to lose my job right now. So, it keeps me alert, somewhat, but I do have to sleep as well. Cause if you don't get enough sleep, coffee ain't gonna help you. You just have to rest, coffee only gonna help you, give you an extra boost if you already got some sleep,
Yeah, I don't do a lot of sleeping and I don't drink a lot of coffee. So I'm kind of like messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Yeah, you're just a zombie. You're officially a zombie now. We're gonna call you Mr. Zombie Man. All right. But as of today, I just been kind of going through it right now, y'all. But I'm not trying to get that energy. But yeah, I'm going through a breakup. A relationship kind of fell apart. So I'm kind of going through those motions of, the grieving and the thoughts and the rewind and the replays and the nostalgia and the anger and all the different emotions that come with that. But I'll be all right. It's not my first rodeo. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I guess all I can do is hold on to the good times and move forward, and hopefully one day I'll have my husband. Maybe one day, I'll have my happily ever after.
There you go. I do believe that. Amen to that one. You know what I mean? So
but
with that being said, we are going to keep on keeping on the Nicole Aladrian show. I'm trying to get.
I keep holding on. I keep holding on.
I'm trying to convince Nicole to start the Nicole Aladrian radio show where she can like play music from, any artist that would like to have their music played and come on. So maybe in the future, you know what I mean? That'll be
I'm definitely interested in that, bud. Let's make it happen. We can start working on getting that rolling, that dough rolling, baby.
Absolutely, because it's all about the fun and the dough.
Yes.
I need something so we can mingle with something that jingles, but for something to hold, I need something I can fold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need some what? That is BREAD. We need some bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So so hit us up if you are an artist out there. Look, Nicole has enough shows that you have what this show is about. It's fun, exciting, entertaining, and ignorant. So if you feel that you're a good fit with this, come on in, come on hang out with us, man.
Yeah, we welcome artists. We're both independent artists as well as, and Taylor is also a producer, including my current producer, y'all. So everything within the last couple of years that's out, we have done together, including this podcast show. And y'all also go check out the Taylor show, as he has his own show, and he interviews a bunch of artists and upcoming independent artists and people who have, been really successful and big back in the day as well. He plays really cool music and, supports other artists and playing their new features and things like that. So yeah, you guys can also be featured on his show, right? So go on over and check out the Taylor show. Tell them more, like how could they, reach you and get on the show if they wanted to, buddy?
Well, the simplest way is to text. I'm so sorry. Text area code 415-745-2742. That is the booking line for the Aunt Taylor show. Surprisingly, my booker will also book you for the Nicole Aladrian show. So
yes,
you can also call that.
All right,
number.
So y'all ain't got no excuses. Call that number, y'all. All
actually,
right? Call,
text it. Yeah, text it because we can get you on. We can talk about your music. We can talk about your career. We can talk about your entrepreneurship. We can talk about your makeup line. We can talk about your auntie's eyebrow
Right.
business. You know what I mean?
Anything that you're passionate about, anything
Yeah,
that you want to promote.
exactly.
Maybe you want to spread awareness about something. Maybe you very passionate. You have a lot of knowledge and you want to help to change the world. That is what we're here to do. We're here to help make the world a better place. To let people know that, hey, you are not alone. You're not the only one that's going through something. Sometimes we lose track of that. We think, God, I'm the only one that's going through a breakup, or the only one having financial problems, or I'm the only one in a specific situation where, no, you're not alone. And sometimes we need that support. We just need to know that somebody cares, and just know to look up to the Most High, and whatever you believe in, always look to that and believe in yourself and know that you are enough. You are worthy, right? And I'm telling myself that right now, because sometimes how things can happen, you just feel like, damn, it's you blame yourself, right? You start to blame yourself and feel like, dang, if I would have did this different, or if I would have did this better. No, sometimes things just don't work out because you need to heal more, because God is trying to get your attention. Maybe that other person or thing or situation ain't for you. So sometimes God has to break our hearts, and we don't understand because he has greater. He knows what you deserve. He knows that this is not good enough for you. And I had to come to a term to understand that, like, damn, I keep going through these hard lessons, these heartache, but it's just making me stronger. It's making me more resilient, and it's making me cut off the red flags faster. Like, okay, I already know that this is not what I want. You feel me? This is not serving my higher good. And God will not, it won't work out. If God says no, it's not gonna work, right? So we have to just trust the process, and sometimes we just gotta let go and let God. We don't have a choice. And keep your head up, and through the pain, just learn how to process it. Understand it will fade. You know, it won't last forever. You know, you'll be okay.
Real talk.
Just
Real
stay
talk.
strong. Keep your head up, like Pop said. Keep your head up.
That's so real. That is so real right there. Keep
Mm-hmm.
going forward. Keep building. I want to talk about. It's kind of in that vein. It's about just when people let negative things stop them, or when they have something happen in their life. It's and the one thing that I did mention to Nicole about when people do separate is to retain your gains. And what I mean by that is the good that came out of it. Don't lose that. The change that you made, the
Mm-hmm.
betterment that you made on yourself. Don't go back. Keep going forward, because
Mm-hmm.
get the benefit of that. You know, of that. Make life serves you lemons, you make lemonade. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we always retain our
Absolutely.
gains. You know what I mean? So we can take a better version of ourselves forward.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's the
Yeah.
reality there, and that's it. I mean, you know, I don't have much to say about anything else, but you know,
Yeah. It's painful. You know, it's very painful. But just understand, like, don't try not to let that. Don't sit in that pain too long, right? Like for me, I just take a nap. I'll, listen to some music. I'll do something that, you know what I mean? Or just hang out with people who do care, that's there for you, like your family and friends. Reach out, talk to people who want to, just vent. Sometimes you just need a ear to listen to you. And the more you kind of talk about it and cry or whatever you have to do, in time, that's how you cleanse your soul, right? That's why God gave us the five senses. We cry, we get sad, we got emotions so we can process through it and get to the other side of it. And so I'm looking at that now, like our emotions are actually beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That pain is still beautiful because that pain teaches you, like, damn, I don't, it just makes you learn from it, right? Every time you feel different emotions, you're growing, you're purging, you're cleaning yourself. It's a way to release. You get what I'm saying? You're releasing in a healthy way, right? Of course it hurts, like on MF, it hurts. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's hard. Nobody wanna keep healing all over again and starting over and having trust issues or whatever you're dealing with, right? But it's a part of life. It's nothing that you can do. I realize that I said it so many times, but it don't matter what a woman does. If that man is not ready, he's just not ready. And I had to understand that I am a good ass woman. I know I know my who I am. But I had to realize it doesn't matter. You can be the best woman. You can think that, hey, I gave love, I gave time, I gave all these things, and the man still ghosted you or broke up with you or just did some stuff to you, cheated or whatever he might have done, right? Or her. And you're like, I don't understand it. Because it's like, I thought it doesn't matter. People have to heal. People have to do their work. And what a lot of people out here doing, instead of doing the work, they just say, F you, blame everything on you, and keep on moving on with life. But you got to realize, when you leave a trail of broken hearts behind, karma's going to come back around. People forget that. Karma's going to come back around, right? So for me, I'm not supposed to sit here and be yelling at nobody, popping tie. I don't do none of that stuff. You know what I do? I process, I cry. I might say, hey, you know what? I'm just my final attempt to try. I'll try to reach out or whatever over time. But once I see that, hey, I'm not getting anything back, bye. That's okay. It's your loss. It's gonna be on your loss, because I know my worth, and I know that the love that I give is real. And you know what? It's men out here who wish they had a woman like that wish that they can have the love that I give. So you know what? I'm gonna be patient through all the lonely days and all the pain that's ahead of me. Even what I'm dealing with right now, I know that my husband is out here somewhere. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not next year. But until God sends me the man that's for me, I will not settle for less. I will not settle. You feel me? I'm going to just work on myself, keep on working on myself. And the man that God has for me will come one day. I just have to have faith in that and remain patient, you know?
Real talk. Real talk.
It's not my loss. It's not my loss, because I'm a damn good woman. I'm not perfect, but I'm a damn good woman, to where if you just drop me like a bad habit, sweetheart, that's because you have some work that you have to do. You need to heal. People need to heal. And it's like, we get into relationships and we be broken as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And we just don't be ready. We think we're ready, but we don't be ready, you know? So.
There it is, everybody. So you can't get stuck on what is. You have to only be focused on what is to become.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as you continue in your journey of happiness, because ultimately we're trying to be happy, and we want to align ourselves back in that position to invite happiness and to be happy.
And peace, having peace. And I realize my peace is, I'm more in love with my peace at this point, to where I just don't want to compromise. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people in my life who are unsure about me, or I don't want the maybes, or I don't really know what I want. No, if you're unsure about what if you can't be sure about me, you sure ain't sure about yourself. And that's okay, because we all been there. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, go get your shit together, because you know what? I realize I'm not building nobody's bears no more. I'm not fixing projects. I'm not trying to fix a broken man, a broken clock, a broken nothing. If you are broken, you need to go fix yourself. I can't help you. You got to see God, and you have to go within. And a lot of people out here don't understand that you jumping from person to person or having sex, that's not going to fix you. All you're going to do is keep hurting people along the way, and keep on just hurting people. That's not going to fix nothing, right? That's just going to make your karma greater. You feel me? Because what happens when you do people like that, when you finally find the one you think that you really want to be with, they going to be the one to break your heart the same way that you broke mine, or how you did, that person before. God sees that. You think God going to bless you? God don't bless that. He's not going to just keep giving you good men or women, or giving you this or this type of job, or if you keep messing over it and you're not seeing his lesson. He gives you blessings in your lifetime. He'll give you, one thing about me, when I get my blessings, I appreciate my blessings. I don't dog my blessings.